and happy Thursday to you. Let's get started with our two demis and one gong. Hold on. Would help to pull up some music. And here we go. Careful, allongé. That's it. Careful with your elbow and your bar. Throughout the entire program. And relax when you're ready. All right, here we go. To the other side, please. And when you're ready. Okay. Let's go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Heel and stretch and close. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Heel and stretch and close. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Heel and stretch and close. 1 to the inside, just 1 to the outside, 1 roll through and heels down. 1 and the toes and the toes and the toes, heel down, stretch, close with plie. Do it to the side and to the front. 1 inside, 1 outside, roll through in first position, and that is it. Okay. And here we go to the other side. You know what I mean. And your toes. All the way through your foot and stretch. Close with demi-plie, stretch your knees. And over. And finish. Good. Here we go. Left side, please. And relax. Okay. Let's go 1 and 2 and 3 and inside heel and 1 and 2 and 3 inside heel and 1 and 2 and 3 inside heel. 4 and a 3 and a 2 and a 1. Simple. 1 and a 2, 3 inside heel and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 inside heel. Front and a 2 and a 3 inside heel. 1 and a 2, plié soutenu. Other side. And here we go, really articulate your feet in all of these tendus. And here we are. And on. Relax your feet in first each time. To the other side we go. And on. Okay. One and a 2 and a 3 and coupe and the side and a 2 and a 3 and coupe. Back and a 2 and a 3 and coupe, 1 to the front and coupe, 1 to the back. Here we go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a coupe and side and a 2 and a 3 and a coupe. Front and a 2 and a 3 and a coupe, 1 back and coupe, 1 front. Let's have a tendu to the side to roll her into our second position instead of going to the other side. Three front, inside coupe, 3 side, inside coupe, 3 back, inside coupe, outside coupe, 1 inside front, inside coupe, 1 outside back. Reverse. Then 1 more additional tendu in the very end to find your second position and roll through right there. Okay, and here we go. Remember, no knees for your coupes. Just squeeze. Nice Russianizing there, Craig, in the reverse.
Yeah,
outside coupe, inside tendu, inside coupe, outside tendu. So you're switching your legs with each of them. Instead of doing this, the same leg coupe and tendu twice. Here we go. Left side, please. I don't think that was right.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. It's inside. Last, you have an inside coupe, so you're switching to an outside coupe and an inside tendu, and then you have an inside coupe and an outside tendu. So you're switching legs throughout. Here we go. And we had some invasion, some doggy invasion going on here.
Did they try to do the combination?
No, they just interrupted just at the right point when it came to Coupe changes.
Ah.
How very convenient, I'm sure. I'm sure there was a hidden dog whistle somewhere.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. They did that on purpose so you don't have to have that Coupe switchover, I think. But never fear. Front and the coupe and front and the side and the coupe and side and the side and the back and the coupe and side and the side and the coupe and front and the coupe and back, just so Jane gets another crack at that. Back and the coupe and two more dégagés back. One, then two more. 1, 2 and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6. Omit that last one so we can soutenu to the other side. One dégagé, one coupe, 2 more dégagés. The same to the side, the same to the back. The same we just had, inside coupe, outside dégagé, outside coupe, inside dégagé. Or whatever that was. I see you puzzled. Puzzlement in Portland.
So it's the same thing as before.
Yes, correct. In your reverse, however, cut one coupe dégagé, the very last one out for a soutenu to the other side. All right. Let's see if we survive. And 2. Careful, no elbows when you take your arms to your coupe. Inside, outside, outside, inside. Outside, inside, soutenu. You keep the knees where they are. Outside, inside, and over. Just toe scoop. 2 more outside. Outside, soutenu. And relax, okay. Me, nasty, rotten me, what can I say? One and the 2 and the 3 inside coupe, 1 and the 2 and the 3 inside passé. Inside coupe, outside coupe, inside passé, and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. One more time, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the coupe and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the passé. Plié, passé, flat to relevé, close fifth, soutenu, other side. First and 5th coupe, first and 5th passé. Coupe, passé, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. First and 5th, first and coupe, first and 5th and passé. Passé flat to get started, rise and shine, close 5th and soutenu other side. First, 5th coupe, first, 5th passé. Outside coupe, inside passé. Remainder of the time for dégagés. That is 6 of them. 1. So you have coupe 1, passé 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 dégagés. Passé and flat, rise and shine. Close 5th and soutenu. Is that making sense rhythmically? and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, then start over. Sorry, my bad. 1 and 2 and 3 coupe, 1 and 2 and 3 passe. Now pick up your passe, rise and shine. And soutenu to the other side. So you're starting it over, but you're omitting that little coupe passe switcheroo. Would you like that one more time?
Yeah, I'm missing 4.
Yeah. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. So
that's the 4.
1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Passe there, relevé, close fifth, soutenu. Other side.
Okay.
Yes, Jane?
It doesn't reverse.
It does not reverse. Careful there, I'm throwing that coupe passe change in there just for certain people that like to hike up their knees. Hint, hint. Okay. And squeeze. Squeeze to passe. That's it. Start over. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze coupe. Squeeze pass. Passe and rise. To the other side we go. And up. And relax when you're ready. All right. Let's go port de bras 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, up and over back, and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Go on the down 6 and the 7 and the 8 to the bar. 2 and the 3 and the 4 on the or again, and the 7 and the 8. Plié and through and the plié around and the plié 1 passe from there. Back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. You can stay in that passe if you want to open it straight into your port de bras. On the long rangs to the front, forward and 2 and the 3 and the 4 on the orangs. Away from the bar and the 3 and the 4 on the long rangs. Plié coupe through and plié coupe through, plié passe. Into whichever parallel stretch you like. Did I say
So for passe the first time, it just opens to the back for the
You
port de
can,
bras?
or you can close in fifth. I leave that entirely up to you. Okay. And yes, I did say grand rond the second time. So plié développé through plié grand rond around. Then to plié one more time into your passe. Here we go. And 1. Fingertips and allongés. Feel that little finger, middle finger action. And the same for your port de bras during the rungs. And 6. Up and over back. Back. 2. And 3. Now on. And 5. And 6. Let's not forget that arm. 7. Now to the bar and 1, 2 heels forward. On the way again, 5. And plié front here we go. To the other side, please. And don't forget to inhale with your allonges. Easy shoulders, try not to twist. Feel your knee against your opposite elbow. Okay. A somewhat different version of the same thing. Front and the side and the back and the side. Plié, fouilleté, tombé, step back. Back and the side and the front. Fouilleté, stay a little longer. Tombé, back, step forward. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Back and the side and the front. Front and the side and the back and the side. Coupé, plié, tombe, relevé, open. You're ready to reverse. 4 frappés. 1 fouilleté en dedans. 3 frappés. 1 fouilleté on the or always tombé forward, fall back. 2 frappés only en dedans. We're not tombéing any longer because we don't have time, close fifth. 4 and the 3 and the 2. 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the 1, valse 3. Now 4. Temps relevé en dedans, open side, close fifth.
Does the reverse start from the first side?
No, from the second side.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So you have 4 frappés en croix, fouilleté tombé, 3 frappés en croix, fouilleté tombé, 2 frappés en croix, no tombé, just close your fifth. 3 from the back en croix, 4 from the front en croix, temps relevé to finish on the or the first time. Just a hint of a little puzzle here.
So the first forte is en dehors.
Yes.
And then 3
Yes.
is en dedans.
Yes, you have no other choice. Absolutely correct. Now the third one is en dehors again, of course. There are only 2, and you're taking it from à la seconde again. 1 and the 2 en dehors one more time, and don't forget your closing. And there's no tombé. There's no time for that. Just close your fifth. So now you can encore 3 from the back. 1 and the 2 and 3 stay. Sorry. No, 4 from the front. To temps relevé en dehors. Close fifth back. You're ready to reverse it on the left side. Two. Close fifth. Front and the side and the back and the side. On the back only. Back and the side and the front and the side. You were right, Greg. Temps relevé en dedans. Open à la seconde. Close fifth, and you are out of the woods. I see some worry in Richard, huh? Close fifth. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Temps relevé. Okay. Are we good to give this a try? Here we go. Good luck. 4. 3. 2. Close. Back. Side. Front. Front. Side. Back. 1, 2. And finish. Okay. Not bad, not bad at all. Yeah, Jane, just careful with that closing arm during your fouilletés. Especially the en dehors fouilletés. That is where it comes in a little bit with a dip. Yeah, nice and strong in the elbows.
Is it supposed to be, do you plie on, like for the first one on 4?
I plie right after my 4th frappé. So you have time to frappé, to plie, to fouilleté. Now let's be just a little bit more aware of en dehors means it's led by your working leg together with your closing arm. En dedans fouilleté is led by your standing side heel together with the other closing arm. Very important. Okay. And of course our heads could be a little bit sharper in all of these en croises. Okay. And here we go. Yeah, Jane, just don't forget the little demi-rond action there for your arm dedans relevé. That was the only thing missing in it. Let's go fondu to the front, plié, attitude front, développé to the front, fondu to the back, still with these arms, plié, attitude, stretch, développé, arabesque, fondu to the side, plié, attitude, développé, à la seconde, brush through to coupé to arabesque, to relevé, feel yourself, close fifth, soutenu, other side. Fondu to the front, plié, attitude and stretch, développé front, ditto to the back, keep your arms for the first two, door and hinge. Plié, attitude, stretch, développé, arabesque, fondu side, plié, attitude, stretch, développé à la seconde, brush 45 degrees through coupé to arabesque, 45. Feel your balance there. Close fifth and soutenu to the other side.
Oh, it doesn't reverse.
It does not know. And here we go. Arms through first, to second, and one more time. Now that regular quarter burn. Through to arabesque, feel it. Last moment, close. Other side, nice and soft, and little. And finish. It's like magic. 1 in the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 in the 6, half turn. 1 in the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 in the 6, half turn. Don't change your first one, 3 and the 4, 5 in the 6, half turn. One more half turn. 1.5 turns, close fifth back, you're on the other side. This is our little Chinese scheme from yesterday. However, this time with coupé turns. Grand battement, grand battement, grand battement, half turn on the oar. Back in the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, half turn on the down. Side first one doesn't change. Half turn on the oar again. Half turn on the down again. Don't change. 1.5 on the oar, do change. You're ready for the other side. 3 grand
From the
battements.
front.
Yes. Yes, Jane? Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's remember, coupé does not need a knee. And your arms in first do not need an elbow. All they need is a nice first and a nice closing side. Yes, if it just had started with that spot change, it would have been a little bit more comfortable. And let's be careful, both of you, not to turn into ice skaters when it comes to that 1.5 seater in the end.
Like this.
Like here. Here. Yeah, make sure little toe and ankle. If that's better. Yeah, if your standing leg heel goes too soon, then your front foot is gonna wrap around your leg, and now we're getting into ice skater spins like that. Yes, it was a good turn, but it still was an ice skater spin. But your future self will tell you that quite easily. All right, let's have a nice stretch before we come to the center. Okay. Are we ready to move on to move on to bigger and greater things?
Oh, yes.
Oh yes, excellent. Let's have this version 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Coupé, plié, step forward. Back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Coupé, plié, step back. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Coupé, plié, step sideways. Chassé forward, plié forth. Single turn and coupé. Close, you're ready for the other side. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Tong relevé with a coupé turn. So back in the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Tong relevé with a turn on the dent. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Coupé tong lié. Stretch. Chassé forward and croisé. Plié. Coupé turn. Yes, close fifth.
Did you say Tanlier?
Yes. But the Russian tonlier, the Vaganova tonlier that we've been doing yesterday.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay. Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Coupé turn, tonlier, one more tonlier, one more plié in fifth, however, one coupé back turn, close your fifth. To fill these last 4 counts, since it is a little bit slower than I thought, but it is good in this case. Is that making sense? So your last one is chassé forward, plié, coupé, tonlier back. Tonlier forward, close fifth. One more coupé turn from fifth and coupé back. That also closes in fifth. Are we good to give this a try?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Really use your toes for your tendus and for your coupés. That's it. Good. And one. Just like that, all the way around. Heel forward. Feel strong elbows and shoulders and little fingers. Chassé, plié, tonlier, fifth. There you actually can take a little less force, Jane. Yeah, if you do the mechanics correct, you hardly need any force for a single turn in coupé. Okay, let's do the other side. Yeah, careful, feel your little fingers, feel your elbows and your shoulders. And here we go. Easy and control. Let's remember the opening of your arms is part of the landing of your turns. Let's avoid landing like that, like in our, like our glissades, our undesirable glissade arms. Okay. How about 1.5 Cs now that we are so comfortable and we're taking too much force and so forth? As a progression today. So always start with a spot change behind you. Mm-hmm.
And then,
Well, you still have to go to the side.
well, yeah, and then after that, those are 1.5s as well.
Yes. Hold on. Where are you finishing up? You finish up stage. Then
So
you
you're
have
here.
chassé forward. I'm not quite sure where you're at.
Oh, the Alaskan part.
That starts en face,
Right.
right?
So here, and then
Yes,
chasse
correct. Chassé plié.
forward here.
Tendelier. One could aim for a double. Why not? For the very last one, after your two tendeliers. So you don't have to start or finish upstage, which is not very polite to the camera. Downstage. Stay downstage. How's Jane? I'm happy to help. On the or from fourth, 1.5 again. To tendelier back. Tendelier forward. And don't be afraid to push for 2. Okay. Technically, if you just take as much force as you are doing already, there is no issue getting around. Okay. Here we go. I know. It's the jumping over one's own shadow business. I think here we are. When it gets the scariest, remember you want to relax your shoulders and your neck. And here we go. Try to hold on to your coupe one. Elbows and little fingers. That was nice. Yes, Jane. Yes, almost. Just a little bit more right there. But yes. Okay. Careful, Greg. Your standing leg is moving too soon, which is why your working leg doesn't have a chance to really get into that coupe.
Okay.
Yeah. Let them do their thing. All right, here we go. Left side, please. And. Wow. Careful, no dropping elbows. That was great. And relax when you're ready. Eventually. They like to be rude and fought for. A little bit more tendu action, haha. 1 and 2 and attitude and 4. Heel forward, plie, pas de bourrée. 1 and down to the floor, don't move these toes again. Straight leg, now attitude, plie, close. En face, I'm taking it from the back just so it keeps on switching legs. And down and straight leg again. Forward and 6 and 7 and 8. Back and 2 and 3 and 4. Single turn to open. Close your 5th. You're ready for the other side. Passé and plié. Step forward. Attitude croisé. Heel forward. Plié arabesque. Pas de bruit. Passé. Plié. Pick up your attitude. Now stretch it when you come around. Just close 5th. I'm taking that passé from the back, but I'm bringing it forward. Plié par terre. Lift it. Close 5th. Forward and 6 and 7 and 8. Back and 2 and 3 and 4. Plié. Back foot opens to the floor. Close 5th. Any questions, comments, or complaints? How's great?
So the attitude,
Yeah.
does a promenade or?
It's just heel forward for a change from croisé to effacé before you
Okay.
plie arabesque pas de bourrée.
From that attitude, it just does.
Yes,
plie,
correct,
not
and pas de bourrée. That's right. Now you're going with your back foot. And you're picking up your front attitude this time. Now you're stretching it when you promenade. Right. Close 5th. Now you're bringing your back foot front and move yourself to en face. Plié par terre. Pick it up 90 degrees. Close 5th. Port de bras forward and back. Plié 5th. On the or pirouette that opens to the back. Close your 5th. You're ready for the other side. And you might have to stop just for spatial reasons, and that is totally fine. Are we in some sort of a marking shape?
Yeah.
Okay. No stepping back chain. It's just opening and then closing your 5th. Right. Obviously, if you run out of room, you can do whatever you need to adjust. Okay. So this is a similar challenge to what we had in our tendus when we started it a couple of days ago. How much is too much to push yourself onto your leg or off your leg? Okay. Here we go. Careful with your arms, Jane. And close. Here we go, long face. And what do we have? It's okay. Open your chest, relax your neck already. Even shoulders. Careful with your arms, they were up in third for the turn. That's it. Plie. No worries, we'll do it again. There are a few things. There is the coordination challenge from your parterre plie. Everything is together at 90 degrees with the step. Instead of going there first and then letting the leg just creep up there. That's kind of deceiving the challenge. The other more important challenge is to pick your toes up with your fingertips each time you go through first before you open it parterre, instead of just taking your arms along for a ride. So really feel fingertips and toes together. Now you plie, fingertips and toes again together when you go into your basically piqué, but used to be piqué and flat and now likes to become a piqué unrelevé to flat. So here's another little progression for this whole thing. So 1 and 2, see if you can go relevé, now heel down. Everything else stays the same. It's that. That is really important. That is important. Now feel relevé, heel down before you go the other way. Did it when we go to the side. Plié, relevé, heel down before you port-de-bras forward and back. Plié fifth, en dehors. How about opening it to 45 degrees instead of to the floor? Then close your fifth from there. So we're taking it this much further. Are we good to give this a try? It's nothing else. It's just taking it a little tiny bit further, going through relevés and opening that leg in the end to 45 degrees instead of down. Okay. Try to use your arms and your legs to your advantage. All right, here we go. That's it. Yep, careful just with your shoulders. And on. Careful, maintain the distance between your feet before you begin. Yep. And one. Close fifth. Good. That's it. 45 and 1. Good, good, good. 2. Careful. Consistent arms. That's just coordination. And there are about 5 more progressions to that thing, if one wanted to go that route, but not today.
You and Greg were frozen. I could hear your voice, but I couldn't see either.
Excellent. That is why it worked. Okay, I see. Yeah, Jane, just be careful when you take that releve. Lengthen as your heel is coming down, even if you feel uncomfortable up there. That's basically the enforcer of have your leg between your weight between your legs, so your heel has an easy time coming down for all of these piqués. Instead of being too far over, now you're basically having a little crash landing to deal with. There, yes, Greg. Right, that's the idea. If that knee wouldn't have been up at your ear somewhere. And the whole final progression would be pirouette to piqué, grand pirouette.
Say that again.
The final progression would be pirouette instead of passé. Your piqué becomes a grand pirouette in attitude en dedans or attitude front en dehors, or à la seconde. And then if you have a really mean teacher, there would be a promenade after the grand pirouette. But since I'm not a really mean teacher, I'll torture you with something else. Let's do a version of what we did yesterday. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a single 2/4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, 1.5 2/4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, 1.5 2/4. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Once again, let's aim for a double. Coupe pas de bruit. We are on the other side.
Alex, I'm sorry. I could hear you, but I couldn't see you. So will you tell
No
me-
problem. Chassé forward and 2 and a 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6. Super short plié. And passé to 4th as a half turn.
Oh.
So you're changing your head, correct. The same thing, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, super short plié. 1.5, no, hold on, single, 1.5 and 1.5 you do. The first one is a single quick.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single to 4th. Stretch your legs, 2 and a 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, 1.5. Stretch your legs, 2 and a 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, super quick plié, 1.5 again. Stretch your legs 1 and a 2, plié and 3 into a double and 4. Melt through to coupe and pas de bruit. So instead of opening our leg to the back, it comes down to coupe plié. Now you can pas de bruit from there. Change legs. Technically, we could go to the other side. Practically, we might just not want to.
Good.
Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is all about consistency, short, crisp pliés, and passés via coupe. Okay. Are we good to give this a try?
Yeah.
Here we go. And see how far can you stretch yourself out before your short plié into your pirouette. And middle finger in front of nose, not in front of shoulder. That's it. Hold your horses, Greg. Hold your horses. Let's be gentlemen.
What was I supposed to do?
You could have gone onto the left.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
These were some fairly decent on the or 1.5s there, Jane. Just commenting. There, and Paderborn changes legs. Now you could have chassé forward or tendu back with your other foot into the left side. Craig, unless we're a Picasso portrait, your nose, I think, is here. So your fingertips want to be there too for your preparation, instead of being there. Okay, here we go. Left side, please. And. In front of nose. Careful with that closing elbow, keep it strong, door and hinge. Go on 3. And relax for a second. Yeah, Jane, the last one goes on 3 instead of 6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The plie is quick, but the assembling of your leg is a little bit too slow, of your legs. And do feel that coupe before your passe. Ah, that's it, right. Yeah, it's all about speed. Getting 2 legs and 2 arms on the same page. Yep. Also known as coordination. Let's have that one more time. What do you say? Careful, Jane, not to push yourself off your standing leg by losing contact with it. So you don't feel like you're taking off during your turn. And that only happens on the left. So make sure your relevé is your toes pushing down rather than your heel popping up, because that usually results in that. Okay. Here we go. One more time. I leave it up to you if you want to go right and left or just to the right. Super trooper. Jane, remember that comparison with the cheap Southwest Airlines flight and the middle seat and the tray table down?
Yes.
You would have showered the entire cabin with all of the goodies on the tray table. Yeah, so that is why we need elbows up and shoulders down, right? But it's only on the left side. So that is already huge progress. Are you having your cleaning brigade?
Yeah.
Oh, that is.
Can you send them my way too?
Yeah.
One and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. 1.5 en dedans and coupé, 4 more changements. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. Do it again if you like. 4 changements to get started today. Stay in the stay in the stay in the stay. 5 is your plié en dedans, close your fifth. 4 more changements. You should be with the other foot in front. So you can start it on the left. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 4 changements. A 4 count preparation, a super short plié. 1.5 en dedans. 4 more changements to finish the sequence. Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
Four more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Make sure you don't get stuck in your prep. As soon as that heel comes down, you need to go. And go. That's it. Yeah, so it's super syncopated there. Heel go. Okay. With some very calm elbows. And here we are. Okay. It could have been so much better if we hadn't turned these preparations into a martial arts exercise. Remember, 2 elbows stay parallel to each other. The one in second instead of flying this way. Your future self will have a very good time with that when you're facing upstage. Let's do that one again, so Jane doesn't have to cry into her gin tonight. Changement, glissade, changement, assemblée. Glissade, assemblée. Glissade, change, yes, assemblée. Glissade, don't change, assemblée. Glissade, change, assemblée. That's what it was. Changement, glissade, change, changement, assemblée. Glissade, don't change, assemblée. Glissade, do change, assemblée. Changement and glissade and the changement and assemblée, glissade, assemblée, glissade, assemblée, changement, glissade, changement, assemblée, glissade, don't change, assemblée from front to back, glissade, do change, assemblée from back to front. Did you practice that yesterday, Jane?
No, I didn't.
Well, there's no requirement. The nice thing about our age is there is no homework. All right. Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
Let me slow this down. I mean, it's doable, but I think in this case we would prefer a somewhat slower tune. Let's see, we might be able to do... That's actually not a bad tempo. Changement, glissade, changement, assemblée, glissade, assemblée, glissade, assemblée. Let's do that this way just a couple of times and then we go a little bit quicker. What do you say? Just so we have a chance. Do feel free to be faster than the music. And that's it. Now let's try it at this tempo. What do you say? Okay. And here we go. And careful, keep your glissades consistent. All right. Yeah, careful, quick. Don't let your glissades get too super wide there. Yeah, one consistent position, regardless of where it comes from or where it goes to. Would you like this speed one more time?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. That's it. Okay. Almost there, Jane. Now the only challenge is going to be leading with your bottom foot. It's a little bit like piqué, either stepping onto your front leg or pushing off your back. It's the same difference.
Yeah.
Let's make this our final speed. What do you say?
Our final speed, is that what you said?
Yes, correct. Our final speed. Okay, here we go. Yep. Bottom foot. Yes, Jane. That was the idea. Could you feel the difference there? It gets immediately much bouncier if you try to lead it from the other foot. It's just a matter of reversing it in your head.
Yeah.
Excellent. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too. Thank
And
you.
I will be seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.